Good morning, good evening, good day, and a crazy night that you're about to see here in Abu Dhabi. Glad to see you once again. We've missed you in the 10 minutes that we've been away, but we needed a quick break while they got the lobby and the lineup sorted out. And I'm here with Oliver again, but we also have our friend Gareth.
Hello indeed.
Gareth's going to be...
Now, Gareth, what's the permutations for this Grand Prix tonight? What does Dan need to do to win the championship?
Win the race. Straight up, that's what he needs to do. He's got to win it. He has to win. Second place is no good. He has to win. So he has to win, and basically Snowwig not to finish any higher than 8th. That's basically that's it.
So Snowwig needs top 8. Whatever Dan does is hopeless.
Pretty much. Even if Snowwig doesn't finish and Dan finishes second, it's not enough. Even with Dan with a fastest lap, it's not enough. He has to win.
Now that is interesting. Needless to say, we're going to be keeping an eye on Energy Dan here tonight, but I wonder what kind of pressure that puts on him, because surely by this point he knows the stakes. He knows that he has to win. I mean, there's no way he doesn't. There's no way he's not watching that.
Oh, we have got qualifying. Okay, then.
Okay, so we do. All right, well, it looks like we're going to have qualifying, so 17-minute qualifying session first to round off the final qualifying session of the season, and then we'll get into the race. So let's see who's going to blink first and who's going out.
So we had a fantastic race in Brazil. Absolute bonkers race. Calvin, of course, won again. And I wonder who's coming out first. I've got a sneaky... Yeah, that's my sneaky suspicion. Need for Speed's going out first. Of course it's a sneaky suspicion. Well, it's actually not really.
So Need for Speed finished 9th in Brazil. So points on the board, and now he's the first one out for his out lap. So there you see him, and we'll ride on board with him so we can take a look at this beautiful Abu Dhabi circuit. And I'll tell you, it really is beautiful. The race yesterday in real life Formula 1, of course, saw Max Verstappen win. Was not really the best race of the season, but you gotta admit...
That a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, though, that at least the track is beautiful. It's got beautiful architecture for the buildings. It's right there next to the waterfront, kind of like Monaco in a way. So it is a beautiful track, even if the race yesterday wasn't that great. But hopefully the race today will be 10 times as better.
I mean, the build-up to the race was fantastic. I mean, we have Fernando Alonso's championship-winning Renault coming in and do a couple of lovely laps. Nice to hear the V10 once again in Formula 1. It was lovely to hear. And of course, the racing itself, was not great. I would have played Monopoly or my card games rather than watching that. But it was an interesting race to watch. And McLaren getting third in the championship. And pretty interesting race to watch, to be fair.
Yeah, and so today it's going to be interesting because, as Gareth has rightly said, Energy Dan has to win. And Snellweg has to finish no better than 8th to get this championship for Energy Dan. So if Snellweg finishes top 8, like you said, then he's champion either way. If he finishes outside the top 8 and Dan wins, then Dan's champion. If Snellweg finishes outside the top 8 and Dan doesn't win, Snellweg's champion. So this is what it all comes down to, the entire season leading up to this moment.
22 weeks of racing, Tim. 22 weeks of pure hard racing here in Speed Force Racing. We're now in our 22nd week, and now we're at this final stage of the season. We finally made it. 22 races. We're in our 22nd race now. It's unbelievable.
And it has been a fun journey to take with you, Oliver and Gareth. This is the first time that we have shared a booth together, but it's still been fun. We did interview you once in Mexico, so we have talked here and there, but still nice to share a booth with you here today, and it's always been a pleasure to share a booth with Oliver through the majority of this season. We got one more race to go. I say let's make it a good one.
So, Gareth, what's your thoughts on the championship, on the track itself? What do you think of the Abu Dhabi circuit? You have driven on it. What's your thoughts on it?
I've driven on this a fair few times and had some pretty decent results. Obviously in season 16 before I was able to finish second in this race, so it's not too bad. The track can drop away, it can go either way, can come till, can drop away. It's really hard on tyres. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a two-stop. To be honest, this is one of these love-hate relationships with this track, because some areas it's flowing and others it's like stop, turn, go, stop, turn, go, stop, turn, go. It's like, I don't know. So half the time it just looks like an American street map, or like all straights and just 45-degree corners or 90-degree corners. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. I don't like to say love-hate relationship with this track, but these guys are going to give it everything.
And what do you think of the racing today? I know Formula 1 is Formula 1 and that's a different story, but this is SFR, this is the esports version. Do you think the esports version is going to carry out much more better racing today than it was to real life?
Oh, this is so much different than it is to real life. Real life, you've got to manage temperatures, you've got to keep tyres warm, you've got to manage this, manage that, manage everything else, and look at your screen for 3 hours so you can actually find out where the overtake button is. This is just different. This is more simple. It's more laid back, even though these guys don't lay back whatsoever. It's just more fun. You're not straining your neck. You're not getting knackered. You know, you can be a 60-year-old man about weighing 300 kilograms and do this. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to be basically a jockey. Do you know what I mean? So it's totally different. The racing this season has been absolutely immense. You know, from the first race this season, like I say, for Oliver getting his only victory back in Bahrain, and he struggled ever since. He's a cracking driver, of course, but obviously he needs to try and bring something back. Calvin coming in late, winning the last 2 races, being the third podium before Shadow, officially with his first ever podium, of course, in the last race. And of course, then the battle between Snowwave, Dan, Gamey Thing, Sonic, and Hooky. Just that year-long battle, I should say, in that last 5 months. Obviously, like with Sonic, Hawk, and Hooky falling away a little bit. But it's just been so immense. It's been non-stop action. And it's been really good.
Have you just seen Tim's comment on Facebook, by the way, Gareth? He said, turn your mic up a bit if you can. You're a little quiet in my ear. I can't hear you. That's what he said.
This is how I always speak. No one else has any issues.
It might just be me, but honestly, I'm in my early 20s and I've spent about half my life at racetracks, so my hearing's not exactly the best either.
I could be why then, because I'm in my mid-30s. My hearing is absolutely spectacular.
So taking a look at Snellweg, who's on his outlap. Of course, Energy Dan has already set a lap. He said he won 35.821, so that's good enough for 5th so far.
Shadow's on the lap, Tim.
Shadow's on a lap. Let's take a look at him as well, because Shadow is on the timed lap, so riding on board with him. Of course, Shadow Lancer finishing second just a few moments ago in Brazil. Let's see what he can do today as Calvin, your race winner from Brazil, goes second quickest, a 135.0 for him. And Shadow Lancer goes 9th quickest, a 136.301. Now let's take a look at Snowegg, who is probably going to be rounding the final few corners to start his flying lap.
So, Maggie, what is the tyres going to be like around Abu Dhabi? What's going to be the main strategy today? Because you got Sector 1 is going to be a real fast-flowing sector. Then you got Sector 2 is pretty much straight chicane straight. Then you got Sector 3 is like Monaco, basically. So what's going to be tyres and what's going to be the setups today that the drivers will be running in Abu Dhabi?
Setups, to be fair, can be anything from high downforce to low downforce to stiff or soft suspension. It's all preference to what these guys run. There is 3 types of pit stops these guys can do, of course, possibly 4, which is either a medium hard or a soft hard. You can do medium soft, you can do soft medium soft. There's so many different strategies around here. This what makes this track so unpredictable and this race so unpredictable, because there's so many different options. There's so many ways to set up your car, because the track can handle it all. You can have a high downforce for the twisty section I'm watching Snowberg just go through now. You can have a low downforce section to try and maximise on all the straights. It's pure luck and pure choice, whatever kind of setup you do.
Calvin says hello again, and Rachel says, lads, this is the final race in GP4. It's a bit of a sad one to say, Tim, that this is the final race of the GP4 season. Of course, me and GP3, and you got the others in GP2, and of course, the big finale in GP1 that I'll be commentating on, which I'm very excited for. But it's a shame that this is our final race of the season, but isn't it exciting that we're going to be doing it all again next year when we go to Australia?
Yeah, it is a little bit sad because, we've kind of just... This has been our Mondays for the past 4 months as Snellweg goes quickest. I had a feeling he was going to get the quickest lap there, and sure enough he does. 134.663 for Snellweg, showing that Energy Dan is going to have a lot of work to do today if he wants to walk away with his championship.
As you were saying?
I was saying that it is sad that this is our last race because for the past 4 months this has been our Monday. But it's still going to be a fun one. I think this is going to be a fun race. And the qualifying's already getting a little bit interesting here with Snellweg going quickest. Energy Dan only 7th quickest at the moment, but he's on his outlap now. So let's take a look at Energy Dan. Of course, these are the only 2 drivers who are in contention for the championship. And Energy Dan has invalidated his outlap, so thankfully it's only the outlap for him. Otherwise, he would really be struggling.
And we also had news from the actual news today that EA Sports could be taking over Codemasters, which is a bit of an odd one in my view, knowing EA Sports are the leading foundation for the FIFA games. So, and when it comes to FIFA games go, they're like the most annoyingest of games ever. So good. So Formula 1 at EA, I don't know. In my mind, I don't know. It's one of I'm half-hearted about that one.
Let's think about it this way. Let's think about it the other way of where the world is actually going these days, and it's all going into digital sports because you've got the likes of Call of Duty, you've got FIFA, and you've got obviously this lot here, the F1 esports. They're one of these 3 biggest in the world. Now, believe it or not, no, I don't know if anyone actually knows this, but Call of Duty is, obviously, its engine was done by Frostbite at one point. When FIFA had its career mode, it was done by Frostbite. So it makes perfect sense. EA want to try and get their hands and fingers into anything that would make them money. And to be honest, having EA again having Formula 1, because they did have it previously, if you look back, they've had it before, would be a really, really good thing. It would be a massive step up for this, because on what they could do, on what kind of... where they could take it would be massive. Look at the likes of FIFA itself. The game is huge. It's
That's
massive.
Gone purple. A gaming feed's gone top.
So let's take a look at Energy Dan. Well, we have been taking a look at him, but let's take a look on board and see how he does through this final sector. This might be his last shot at a pole position lap. He might be able to make it back around and get out for one final lap if he wants to, but it's going to be so very close. So not sure if Dan is going to have a shot at another lap or not, but let's see what he does this time. So far, everything is good. A good line through that final corner now. It's just the straightaway. He's got to bring it home, and he goes second quickest. 134.636 to Snellweg's 134.663.
Oh, Hookie's gone there.
Wow, and yeah, Hookie goes second quickest, gamey things first with a 134.247. This is what GP4 is all about.
Now, is it wise that, Gareth, that you're thinking, now Dan's thinking, I got my teammate there. Do you think because I know the AlphaTauri boys will be communicating, do you think they got some strategy here if the qualifying ends up like this?
It's a difficult one because it's not just them. They got to think about it's every other. It's all the other drivers as well. What they're thinking of, because Calvin's not going to hang off. Gamey's not going to hang about. Racing Pod is one of the quickest drivers I've seen in a long time. All these guys are going to be gunning for it. So it's not a case of it's Energy Dan versus Snellweg. It's Energy Dan versus everyone else. Do you know what I mean?
Here comes Calvin.
It's not easy. He has to do it. He has to pull something out of the back.
Indeed so. To Calvin. Here comes Calvin towards the final part of the lap. Let's see what this ASCAR will give him. Beautiful. 4th gear round the penultimate corner. Tucks in for the final one. Let's see what Calvin can do. And goes pole. 2/10 faster than gaming things. Wow.
134.
Calvin again.
134.076 for Calvin Racing. Of course, Calvin winning the Brazilian Grand Prix. Now, starting on pole for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Or at least so far, he's got provisional pole, but let's see if anyone else has anything left in the tank. Energy Dan is pitted. Hooky pitted. Snellweg pitted. Everybody except Calvin is in the pits right now, and they're going to have time to get out there and make one final lap.
Alan Classic, where is Tim? Tim is here, Alan. Don't you worry. Your lover boy is here. Don't you worry.
What's going on, Officer Doofy?
And I goes, there is that sexy voice. That man was saying in the comments.
That just disturbs me every time he says it. It's just really disturbing. It really is.
SFR would be SFR without Officer Doofy, wouldn't it?
No, it really wouldn't. So taking a look at Psychomich.
I'm about to say, at least Adam knows he's got his Kleenex ready. Oh, I love when these two crack up. It's amazing. all down there thinking about Adam and his Kleenex right now, which is even better. Cue the laughter.
We should be commentating right now. So Psychomich starting his time lap. Currently he is 11th, a 136.473 on the board for Psychomich. So he's got a big ladder to climb if he wants to get to Calvin Racing at a 134.0. And of course just waiting on Energy Dan to come out if he's going to, and also waiting on Snellweg if he's going to. So let's take a look at them. Just looking at a garage right now. So maybe they're not going to, but if they're going to, they need to start thinking about that very soon, because it's only 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in this session.
I'm sorry, Tim. This is brilliant from Adam because I think Gareth loves the heavy breathing. 24 pack.
Anyway, back to racing because I'm totally lost by what he means there. I know he's got 24 packs. I think that's just why I'm special. There you go.
Sometimes you just have to let your imagination work its wonders.
If my imagination went with you guys, you'd both be in tears and dying of laughter through the entire race.
we can save it until after the race then. Or if the race gets, if the race starts to look like the actual Formula 1 did yesterday, then yeah, you can start making us laugh. But Energy Dan, he has invalidated his out lap for a moment. I thought that was his timed lap, and I was about to really feel for him. But no, that's just his out lap, so everything's A-okay for him so far. Hooky, of course, on his out lap, but about to start. He's flying lap. Snellweg on his out lap now, so this is the deciding moment for the starting lineup anyway. Does anyone have anything for Calvin Racing, who's went with a 134.076, 0.2 of a second quicker than Gamey Things?
I do.
Do you?
I did a 33.9 earlier.
Well, why aren't you out there racing? I mean, you were actually talking to us before we started the stream. You said that you were going to go out there and race and commentate from the track. So what happened there?
You know I can't do that. That's down to the guys that run the league at the end of the day. Nah, I'm happy enough to watch. You know, hopefully somebody gives me a shot tomorrow. So hopefully
No, you're not. No, you're not, mate. I'll make sure you're not racing tomorrow.
Well, you got nothing to say in it, mate. I can
quite Oliver's on his lap now.
Don't forget, I got something called a standings, mate. I can just actually delete some points.
Oh, you won't do that to me, would you?
I've just noticed, right, I'm following Hooky, and he's actually got damage on his car.
Has he actually?
Oh wow, yeah. Actually, it looks like the right side end plate is gone on that front wing. I was riding on board with Hooky, but did not notice that he actually had some damage on the car. So I want to know how he picked that up.
I was going to say out the pit, but it's a left-hander. But I don't know. That's a bit of a weird one. How he's lost that.
Well, his teammate.
He's given up now. He's done. He's not going to do another lap because I think he's just let Gamey Things go through.
Yeah, looks like his teammates
on the lap and Dan's on the lap. Those two are on the lap for the final Grand Prix of the season. Snelweg down towards the towards the end of the second sector.
Oh, Gamey's invalidated.
Oh no! So what about Snelweg? What's his time going to be? 2/10 faster. Dan, what about through the second sector?
Snelweg's purple.
Dan 66,000 slower. Snelweg has got the advantage. Tim going to the final part of the track now.
So Energy Dan's a little bit further ahead than Snelweg, so he's going to finish his lap first. But this is the final lap for these drivers.
No, Snelweg's further. Snelweg's further.
You're right, Oliver. You are right. So Snelweg's going to finish the lap first. Snelweg rounding the final corner now to see if he's going to get this pole position from Calvin. He went purple in the second sector, but does he get pole? No, he doesn't. He goes second at 134.222. Let's see what Energy Dan does. He crosses the line, and he does not improve.
Wow, that's huge. That is very huge. Wow, that's pole from Energy Dan there. 6th place compared to Snelweg second. That's huge advantage. Snelweg going into the race. Amazing Podge. Well, that's one way to enter the pits or trying to crash out. You're going to the barrier.
On another note, Calvin actually went past it at 33.9.
So Calvin's got pole, has he?
Yes, he does.
Why am I not surprised?
So your official starting lineup for the GP4 Series Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Calvin racing on pole once again. Snelweg in second. Gamey Things in third. Hooky in fourth. Kara in fifth. Sixth is Energy Dan. Racing Podge in seventh. Eighth is Sonic Hawk. Shadowlancer in ninth. 10th is Santa Psychomich in 11th. 12th is Need for Speed. 13th is Proliver Gislodian in 14th place. And now let's get our picks in. Top three. Let's go.
Gareth?
Anything, I'll have to go. I hate to say it, but this is going to be difficult. But I love to Dan to win it, Calvin second, and Gamey third. But realistically, it's Calvin, Snelweg, and Gamey all day long.
I'm more of an optimistic person. I think there's going to be safety cars and that during the race. So I think Dan's going to take advantage of that and get the victory. But I think Snelweg's got enough. I think Snelweg's got enough in that car to clinch the championship, to be second or third. And I think Gaming Fees is going to be in there.
So I'm thinking Calvin, Gamey Things, and Snelweg. I got to go with Gareth's pick as well, because that just really seems the way that it's going to go. I would not be surprised if Dan made a run for the podium. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished close, but I think just at the end of the day, with the way that we've seen Abu Dhabi, is that it's just track position is key here.
Indeed so, because you look at it, it's like loads of white spots, but unfortunately, it's hard to overtake here. It's surprising that the nature of the circuit is hard to overtake. You only got a couple of spots to overtake? It's difficult. Very, very difficult.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, really, the front straightaway going into turn one, that's a spot that you can try to overtake. There is a long straightaway there in Sector 2. That could be a place to overtake. And then when you're entering Sector 3, right when you're approaching the hotel, there's a small little straightaway that if you've already set up a move, you might be able to complete it there, but you have to basically already be under the guy in order to get around him. So, like you said, Oliver...
Tim,
what's up?
Breaking news.
Oh, boy.
Look at Psychomich's tyres.
Let's take a look at the tire information here. So, detail tires.
Look at Psychomich, look what he's on.
Psychomich is on the mediums. Okay, so a little bit different strategy here for Psychomich. Usually Psychomich goes on the hards, but he's going to try something different here.
Oliver's gone for the hards. Wow.
Do you think that they just switched cars and usernames for this race?
To be honest, let's say Psychomich can actually do a really good strategy here by basically going medium, soft. But the others will have to could possibly do soft, medium, soft. But, Psychomich, no, he could do a good one here. I mean, like I say, you could even do a medium, soft. Try and take advantage in the middle stint, but it all depends what everyone else does.
Well, we're about to find out. what the better strategy is going to be. Calvin, Snellweg, Gamey Things, Hooky, Kara, Energy Dan. That's your top 6. Energy Dan and Snellweg battling it out for a championship, but Energy Dan has to win to even have a chance.
Our officer Doofus is brilliant. He says, "Can you both just let Tim talk for 30 minutes? Be better that way." LOL.
I mean,
No.
I don't think I could even go for 30 minutes. So,
Well, we're here to support you, buddy.
you guys are awesome. We all need that support. I had a joke, but I'll be honest, I forgot.
Final started procedure. Do the talking.
Yep. So the drivers finding their appropriate position on the grid. Looks like the pack actually got a little bit spaced out there, so it's going to be just a moment before everyone gets there. But it's only a 14-car field here in this one. A few drivers not able to make it from Brazil to Abu Dhabi, so unfortunate for them. But the 2 championship contenders of Energy Dan and Snellweg most certainly did. Snellweg in 2nd, Energy Dan in 6th. Energy Dan has to win, and Snellweg has to finish worse than 8th place if Dan's going to get the championship. Otherwise, it's Snellweg. But here we go. You hear those engines revving. You hear those itchy pedal feet. The drivers watching the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air. No red lights. We are green for the final race of the GP4 series. It already looks like there's a bad start for the McLaren, but that was Kara Snellweg getting a good start and going on the inside of Calvin Racing. Calvin goes wide. And Snellweg is there. He's going to try to get through and go into first place, and there he does. And who is that following through? That is Hooky. That is the avatar of Hooky following Snellweg, and Energy Dan is there as well. So Energy Dan trying to follow his teammate through. Let's take a look at Energy Dan, because just behind him there is a lot of jostling around for position. It is now the 2 Alpha Towers running side by side. Hooky in front of Energy Dan going down the straightaway now. It is Snellweg, Calvin, Hooky, and Energy Dan, your top 4. But there goes Energy Dan around Hooky. Perhaps some team orders coming into play there. So Energy Dan moves into 3rd place. Now let's see if he has anything for Calvin and Snellweg.
Very fair start there from the drivers there as Racing Pod. Have a look at Kara, but very, very clean start from our drivers. Racing Pod almost hitting his...
Oh, goodness, and Kara goes into the wall. Goes into the wall off the nose of Racing Pod. It was a 3-wide situation between Sonic Hawk, Racing Pod, and Kara. And then coming out of the corner, Kara and Racing Pod makes contact, and Kara goes into the wall. We're under a virtual safety car here in Abu Dhabi.
Wow, unbelievable. So I saw the incident. So basically, Sykovich and Racing Pod were side by side. The Sykovich thought he had the move done, but so he moved across, hit the tire of Racing Pod. That speared him. I mean, literally speared him into the wall. Unlucky there to end the season there for Kara. Very, very unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky indeed there for Kara, and I don't really know how to call that one. It all just happened so fast, so stewards may or may not have to take a look at that, but it was definitely a 3-wide situation with the Ferraris and the McLaren. But we are out of the virtual safety car, and we're now back under green flag conditions. Snellweg getting the fastest lap that time while leading the race, but Energy Dan is all up on the back of Calvin.
He's on a mission, isn't he?
That he is. He knows he's got to win it. Even if he wins, he's still not guaranteed to get the championship. But he definitely won't get it without a win. So he's doing everything he can to get up there. He's in the podium spot. That's a good day for him. But it's just not going to be enough. Snellweg has to finish 9th or worse. And Energy Dan has to win in order to get him that championship. There is literally no other scenario, thanks to Mad G figuring all this out for us. So we got Gareth here in the booth with us. He figured it out for us. Thank you so much, so that our brains don't have to hurt.
Definitely. I was just looking at Hooky, which I think Hooky's going to play back up here, to be honest, as I'm looking at it. So like I say, when Dan went round on the original first lap, Hooky just let him go. And even though he's trying to attack him back, Hooky's just hanging on. Hooky's just hanging on.
And Hooky actually went around.
From the start, Gareth. So your thoughts on the start, Gareth?
I'm quite shocked that Snellweg has actually got a lead, considering how fast Calvin's been lately. Those two are actually starting to pull away.
So what this proving now is, Gareth, that Calvin should be promoted next season into GP3 along with Snellweg here?
I say, quite. Well, it all depends, doesn't it? I mean, like I say, all depends if we've got the same drivers next season, if we've got to fit them all up. You just never know. You never know. I mean, that's where I'm hoping to be in GP3 again. You know, I say I'm around about Calvin's pace. If I was still in GP4 right now, which is a bit unfair to everyone else. But no, Calvin's definitely ready for GP3. He's definitely going to be up there fighting for wins, I'll tell you that now.
So in terms of the tyre strategy, Maggi, Psychomich is looking pretty in 5th place at the moment.
He is. He's looking really good down in P5.
Virtual safety car.
Got to be a C. What's that for? There's Sonic Hawk's in the pits.
So let's take a look at Sonic Hawk. He is getting a front wing change, so apparently there was some contact somewhere, and that's what's caused our virtual safety car. So Sonic Hawk, both races, he's really having to make early pit stops, but let's see if he can rebound here later on.
So yeah, you were saying on the Psychomich's medium tyre strategy, Gareth. If he can play this well, and if holds on well, do you think he's going to be a big contender to make something happen?
Oh, easily. If he just keeps himself, just keeps himself calm, don't cut corners, he can obviously go a bit longer than the guys in front, as they might need to pit around about 7 or 8 before they have to go on a set of mediums. Which obviously the mediums are quite easily do about 12, 13 laps if you look after them well enough. You have to stretch of 14, but the drop off is massive. The drop off is huge. Once they go, they go.
Oh, Need for Speed drive-through. But overseeing the delta time underneath the VSC. Unlucky there for Need for Speed there.
Yeah, Need for Speed scoring points in Brazil. May not be able to get points here today in Abu Dhabi, but if he's going to get a penalty like that, it's good to get it early in the race so that he doesn't have to worry. See, that way he still has time to recover and he doesn't have to worry about just losing it right out of the gate. He at least can recover to get points today. But Psychomich running very well, like you said, on those medium tires there in 5th. But he's going to have a mirror full of Shadowlancer here in just a moment because Shadowlancer on those soft tires, a man on a mission, a podium in Brazil, and now trying to get points, if not a podium here today as well.
So, the mentioning the pit lane, who's that gone off? Is that Gamey Things? It is Gamey Things. Oh no, he's got front wing damage as well. He spun it in turn 3. Oh, unlucky there for Gamey Things there. The man's been consistent all year, Tim, as well. And look at Calvin and Snellweg. Here we go.
So Calvin goes around Snellweg. Snellweg trying to take the fight back to him, but is he going to be able to do anything with it? DRS should be active, and Snellweg should have it. He's going to go around on the outside, at least make an attempt to, but is he going to be able to clear before they get to the corner? No, he will not. They're side by side. Calvin with the shorter line around the corner, but has to go wide on the exit, but he still is able to hold the position against Snellweg. Snellweg going to have to settle for 2nd place for now.
Good defending there from Calvin because he held that line really well, trying to make Snellweg to go the long way round, and you have the tighter line going into those 3 chicanes. So good line there from Calvin, and smart play for Snellweg because he let the place go to get the 2nd DRS. That's what they were doing in real life. They let the guy go so they can get a good exit of the next run into the next DRS zone, so they can tap back. So we'll probably see that a lot today, Tim. That they might let them go, and then they'll probably get them again on the next DRS straight. I think that's smart.
Yeah, and it's really just a waiting game sometimes, and it's a calculating game. You can't just always go for broke each and every lap. Sometimes, like you said, you just have to take a step back and play it smart. Also, we got to mention, Tim, that all the tracks we've been to, they have a standard pit lane. Abu Dhabi is not a standard pit lane, isn't it, Tim? But before we answer that, here goes Racing Pod on the inside of Shadowlands to go to the hairpin. Shadowlands is going to get the drive that he needs, but Racing Pod is going to be all under his rear wing now. So on board with Racing Podge, let's see what he can do on Shadowlancer. Shadowlancer still trying to chase down Psychomich, so it's just basically a 3-car battle for the 5th position at the moment. Saneth is 4.4 seconds behind Racing Podge, so he's not a factor in this as Racing Podge tried to go on the inside of Shadowlancer, and he gets loose out of that corner, losing some ground to Shadowlancer now, but he did a good job to hang on to it. Racing Podge did in that Ferrari, so Shadowlancer able to breathe just for a moment to try to get around Psychomich, but still not close enough to do anything with it.
Hang on a second. Wait. Look at the 12th guy of Gaming Things. He's made a mistake. He's done a hammer cat, boys. Look what tyres he's on.
Oh, my goodness. Now, how is that even possible?
Please explain to me, guys.
I wish I knew, but I wish I knew. But we've got another battle developing at the front here. Hooky is all over the back of Snellweg now.
Yeah, he is.
So on board with Hooky as they go into turn number 1. Snellweg, the points leader, and if they finish where it is now, your champion at the end of today. But Hooky, whose teammate is Snellweg's competitor in the championship, is just behind him and just trying to recover.
So if Hooky gets past Snellweg, Gareth, what's Hooky needs to do? Is he going to drive away, or is he going to try and hold Snellweg off as much as he can so Dan can overtake him?
I mean, if anything, right here, I mean, Hooky can just take him out, but we're not doing that side of things. It's a case of Hooky needs to back Snellweg up into Dan. We has to back him up.
And there you go, Hooky has gone into second place, and now he's got to do his duty now of do what you said, Gareth, and hold him up. But he's on that second DRS streak. That's his bad news. Here we go, Tim. This is about the second.
Snellweg trying to go on the inside of Hooky. A little bit of contact there, just maybe, though.
Yeah, that was the only way to try and squeeze him on the inside, but Hooky didn't take the line early enough, so obviously Snellweg had the run.
Yeah, and,
oh, they're both locked up there. Jeez.
And, you know, that's aggressive, but it's not dirty. You know, that because there was no contact. There wasn't just a complete, you know, door slam. It was just aggressive, hard racing, trying to help out your teammate without ruining the race of your competitor. So, fair sportsmanship there.
But if you look at the other side as well, Dan is actually starting to drop away as well.
He is. He's coming in.
Oh my goodness! So Dan already coming in.
Maybe he's just not feeling those tyres anymore. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes onto the mediums right now.
Oh, Racing Podge on the outside. This is not the overtake there. Good move by Racing Podge there around the outside in the last corner. Good move there for Racing Podge. Shadow's going to try and get the switchback move. Podge goes around wide. Shadow down into turn 2. Oh, falls him off though. Side by side for turn 3. Shadow obviously gets the move done. Nice move there for Shadow.
But here is one thing that I do know about this track. And I've already tested it with Calvin.
Hooky and Snellweg did. Hooky and Snellweg, here we go. Round the outside goes Hooky. In he goes into second.
Just to let you know, the undercut round here is very powerful.
Maybe he's going for the undercut, maybe.
We'll have to wait and see.
It will be the only way because these tyres drop off massively. Now that Dan's on fresh mediums, he's going to be in and around about... He could easily make 2.5 seconds a lap on these guys, easily.
Is that because of the pit lane, Maggie? Because it's a very unique pit lane. It goes underneath the circuit. It goes entry into turn 3. Is that because of the slow entry or the slow exit of the pit lane?
No, it's just pure tyre drop off. Pure tyre drop off. Calvin knows that because we have actually already tested it. He was basically half a second behind me all the way through the first stint. As soon as we pitted, I went in earlier and I gained 5 seconds on him in one lap.
Wow.
Well,
and Calvin is in, sticking with the devil.
And Snellweg and Hooky are in as well. So yeah, Energy Dan definitely going for the undercut here, but let's see if it works out for him. So we're going to take a look at Energy Dan to see where he winds up after these pit stops. Of course, not everyone in front of him is pitting. Racing Podge is pitting, but Psychomich is going to go to the lead because he's on the medium tires. He can go a little bit longer. Shadowlancer still in second, so he's going to try to do an overcut here. Calvin looks like he's going to maybe come out third. And Dan did jump Snellweg. You're right, Garrett.
But Calvin had stayed ahead.
Wow.
Well
so
done for Calvin.
So
oh, Gislodian. Unlucky.
Time penalty and damage on that front wing for the Renault of Gislodian there. But going back to what you were saying, Gareth, with the undercut being very powerful, I think that you hit the nail on the head, my friend, because Energy Dan went from what was basically 4th position to what will eventually be 2nd.
He will, but I wonder if Calvin's going to play best buds with him now, that's the thing.
Oh, he goes Snell. Gets the move done on Hooky.
So Snellweg trying to do everything he can to keep this championship fight alive. And really, Snellweg has the easy job here. You know, Snellweg just has to finish in the top 8, and no matter what Energy Dan does, Snellweg will have the championship. So the pressure is definitely on both drivers, but Snellweg has a far easier job here today than what Energy Dan does.
True point, because Racing Podge is like good 12, 13 seconds behind. Sana probably 15, 16 seconds. So yeah, that 8th place that he needs is pretty much gone out the window, because it's going to be cruise mode, basically. And Tim has someone too.
Yes, they are. Syke and Mitch starting on the medium tires, inheriting the lead. Calvin, of course, starting on the softs and then pitting for the mediums in 2nd place. So Syke and Mitch is, just kind of in a league of his own at the moment, but Calvin is starting to close that gap. 2.3 seconds now, 2.4, so Syke and Mitch actually gained a little bit on him that time around. And Energy Dan in 3rd with a mirror full of Snellweg. Look at that. Snellweg really close to Energy Dan, riding on board with your points leader at the moment as he gives chase to his nearest competitor. Energy Dan just does not seem to have the speed here today.
He doesn't look very comfortable on those medium tires at all. Snellweg just looks so much quicker. He's got to do everything in his power to try and stop him getting past. This is his only option. He has to stop him getting past.
You're right there, Gareth, and Snellweg just about got around him on the outside a few corners ago, but Energy Dan with a shorter line was just barely able to keep him behind, and Energy Dan a little bit of a better line through that corner, so Snellweg losing a very little bit of time, but overall, Snellweg is definitely faster throughout the course of the lap.
Easily. Come on, looking at it. I'd say Calvin as well was just walking away with it, right? And it's a bit of a shame, really. It's a bit of a shame if this happens.
In a way, I guess that it is, because, Calvin, he walked away with Brazil, and now he's walking away with Abu Dhabi as well. And he's not in 1st yet, but we are watching the battle for the lead because he's getting very close to his teammate of Syke and Mitch, and I feel like Syke and Mitch is going to let him go here in just a few corners' time, because Syke and Mitch has really got nothing to gain at this point. He's just going to have to stay out for as long as he can while his tires last. And there goes Calvin around Syke and Mitch.
A bit of an easy one there, but I'm hoping Uki can actually just attack Snellweg here and get up onto the back and cause him a few little problems, because Snellweg knows that. He's got one in front of him to attack and one behind to defend, so Snellweg's got a lot to do still.
Yeah, and with it being lap 10 of 28, if Snellweg were to get a DNF, then that would change things dramatically. Obviously we have established that Energy Dan just needs to win no matter what. But if Snellweg were to get a DNF, then Dan's job might become a little bit easier, but it's not easier right now because Snellweg tried to go around the outside once again. Energy Dan barely was able to defend. And they're actually starting to get close to Syke and Mitch now, so both a win for Snellweg and Energy Dan is starting to look a little bit more realistic, but as you said, Calvin really walking away with this thing. They're going to have to catch him as well, and I just don't think that either of them have anything for him.
Not at all. The only thing that can happen now is Snellweg loses it. Was it one through? Go over the top of the rise at 3, and maybe Calvin doing the same thing. That's the only way this is going to happen. Someone losing out on turn 3, but turn 3, as you come over that rise, you can lose the back end so easily, really so easily. So who knows? Things can still happen.
Well, Syke and
knowing
Mitch...
that is esports, sorry Tim, knowing it's esports, anything can happen.
I was wondering if you were going to be able to come back, Oliver. I noticed that you were having a little bit of issues there, but glad to see that you're back. Hope you didn't miss much. Snellweg still in 3rd, Energy Dan in 2nd. Syke and Mitch just pitted, and he's pitted for the medium tires. Oh no. Okay, so Oliver has left us once again. And there goes Snellweg. Is he going to get around Energy Dan this time? Yes, he does, but does he clear him? No, he does not. Wow, that was close, though. Snellweg.
Oh, wow. That's so well, but
he's got him here.
He's got such a better run.
Yeah, he's definitely got him here. He's already cleared Energy Dan. and nothing Dan can do. He was just a sitting duck. Now all he can do is tuck in behind Snellweg, try to get that slipstream, try to get close to him, and use DRS to get around him.
All he can do is hope. But I mean, apart from that, regardless of this season, it's been absolutely amazing. I think Dan will even say that he got so close, but he knows Dan will just say he's had an absolutely amazing season.
Yeah, and Energy Dan, I actually knew him from another league that I commentate for as well, and so that's where I first met Energy Dan before he recruited me to come over here and commentate for you guys in addition to the other league. And when he was talking to me about that, he said that he decided to really step back within the past year and focus more on his driving, and I think it has shown that he has really improved, because in the other league, he would sometimes finish in the points. I think occasionally he had the one-off podium, but otherwise he was not really fast, and his name was never mentioned in contention for a championship. But now here we are in Speed Force Racing in the GP4 series, and Energy Dan still is mathematically in this fight, and even if he loses the championship today, has still ran a magnificent season. He's got about at least 3 wins on the season, if I'm correct in that, maybe even more. Snellweg, of course, has done a wonderful job as well. He's got multiple wins, and here comes Energy Dan, going to try to go underneath Snellweg, but does he clear him? Yes, he does! Minor contact, though. Very minor contact. Snellweg was lucky to not lose a front wing there, but now with the DRS, Snellweg's going to try to go around him again, and will he be able to clear him? I think he's going to. Yes, so Dan tucks in behind the McLaren once more.
Yeah, it's just that run. It's getting the run all the way at the end, which is not good. Needs to try and clear him before the actual chicane itself. As you go back in the wins themselves, Snellweg and Dan have both had 4 wins each, but and they both had 2 DNFs, even though Dan's only had the one, obviously the one DNF, the other one being the disqualification. But I think it's just the fact that Snellweg's just been on the podium a couple more times, which is why he's in this position.
Yeah, Snellweg, he apparently runs very well here in Abu Dhabi, and it shows. He might not be able to get the win because Calvin is leading and just at the fastest lap with a 138.057, and it's a 6-second gap from Calvin to Snellweg, so a win is not in the cards at this point. And that is actually bad news for Energy Dan.
It is. I think Dan's turned the wick up, to be honest, because he's getting a lot more closer to Snellweg. It's either he's turned the wick up or Snellweg's turned his down, but Dan's looking a lot more close now.
And, hats off to both Snellweg and Energy Dan, because in this moment, it's so easy. If you're Energy Dan, it's so easy to give up, to get discouraged and give up. It's easier to give up than to just keep fighting when it seems like you cannot gain anymore, but he's still fighting. And then Snellweg, it's very easy to get complacent, but he has not got complacent. He has stayed focused, knowing that he has to finish in the points every race to make sure that he can get the best chance at this championship. So hats off to the both of them for just keeping their heads, keeping their cool, and keeping focus throughout this championship battle, as now Energy Dan is losing a spot to his teammate. Hookie moving into 3rd now, and Dan having to tuck in behind him. So Dan really just losing a lot of ground here, not what he wants to see.
Nah, I think he's just struggling with a set of tyres. It was a lot more racier on the softs for the first few laps, but I think Dan's just starting to struggle a little bit, and he's obviously losing a bit of time. So he's got to be hoping that his teammate can do something for him and just try and peg Snellweg back, try and hold him up, maybe cause him some mistakes, something like that. You're just got to be hoping that something can happen here.
Can someone send me an invite, please?
Gareth,
Mr.
will you help
Internet,
him out?
welcome back. Yes.
We kind of forgot about Oliver.
Don't worry. Mr. McDonald's internet here.
So lap 14 of 28, we are officially at the halfway point for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Calvin Racing is your leader, Snellweg in 2nd, and if it finishes this way, also will be your GP4 Series champion. Hookie in 3rd, Energy Dan in 4th. The AlphaTauri drivers, Energy Dan, of course, the other driver who is in contention for this championship, but he has to win in order to get the championship, and that's with Snellweg having a bad race. But AlphaTauri has already clinched the Constructors' Championship, so congratulations to them, as now Hookie actually goes by Snellweg. Where did he come from? He just went straight by Snellweg, so now I think Hookie's going to try to back Snellweg up to Energy Dan, like you were saying earlier in the race, Gareth. So let's see what kind of teamwork is going to come into play here. Snellweg, of course, knows what Hookie's trying to do, and he's going to try to get around him. Hookie trying to squeeze him on the inside, but not able to do anything there. And Snellweg gets back around Hookie, and then there's contact! Contact, and Hookie spins and is in the wall! Oh my goodness,
man.
so now Energy Dan has no help.
Oh, man. Jeez.
Now, is there any damage on Snellweg's car? I think his front wing is A-okay, but he got very loose out of that corner. I thought for a minute he was going in the wall, but he did not. So the front wing on that McLaren is intact. So that's good for Snellweg at least. Not so good for Energy Dan.
No, it's again, that's a bit of a shame that it's come down to this, but 2 great races, what a season. And, you know, apart from Calvin miles in front, obviously he's going to be going up next season, easily going up next season, especially this kind of dominance for the back end of the season, of course. But yeah, no, these two, massive respect from each other. I'm sure they both have in the paddock as well. And yeah, I think this is the way it's going to end. I can't see it unless something massive drastically happens. But no, I think it's now actually.
The field is very spread out now, so yeah, I think we could just that's it done.
And Hookie retired. He's done now. He is.
You know what, Tim? Even though he has retired, we had to say a big shout out to Hookie. What a great job he's had during the season.
Yeah, Hookie, he's done a magnificent job, you know, and AlphaTauri would not have the Constructors' Championship if it wasn't for Hookie, because he scored some wins and podiums and points as well as Energy Dan scoring wins and points and podiums. And you know, like we said, these guys, they work together. They practice together. They work on strategies together. They race together. It's just a team effort in that AlphaTauri garage.
Isn't it just? So, Hookie, if you are watching, mate, well done for your season, buddy. Well done for what you achieved, getting your first ever victory this season, getting the podiums, the fastest laps, the title challenge next season. You'll be back better than ever, buddy. Congratulations on your season, buddy. We couldn't ask for a better season. So, the field is very spread out, isn't it, Dan? It is very, very spread out.
Yeah, it really is. So, Calvin is 7 seconds ahead of.
Any giggles?
Yeah. I think it's about time for the giggles, because there is no battle going on.
Spinning.
Yeah, and looks like Sanath and Racing Pods are now going to have a little bit of a battle. So give us a little bit of action to look forward to here. Sanath and Racing Pods running at it. And Sanath doing an amazing job, running in 5th, and Shadowlancer, his teammate, up there in 4th.
Williams, my goodness.
Yeah, I know, right? When was the last time that you saw Williams in 4th and 5th?
2014?
I can remember one time when they actually ran 1st and 2nd.
When
Which
was
year
that?
was that?
That was GP3 Season 5.
I thought you were talking about the real life.
No,
yeah, I
about
did too.
here.
Oh, well, see,
and
here...
it was actually me leading.
Well, see, here is equal performance, and, you know, as much as I love Haas in real life, let's be real, the only way that they're going to ever be leading a race in the near future is in esports in an equal league. So, in real life, I'm wondering when the last time Williams was running 1-2.
Yeah. Next question.
My guess is somewhere in the early 2000s, probably when Montoya was driving for them, because their last win was with Pastor Maldonado in 2012, and their last podium was...
That's a name, frickin' hell.
Yeah, and is that not how you say it?
Yes, it's Pastor Maldonado.
Okay. And
the Venezuelan, the only Venezuelan to win a Grand Prix.
And he dominated that weekend, too.
Stumped Alonso for a bit as well.
And I think Williams' last podium...
Guys.
Huh?
Let's look at, sorry to interrupt, just look at the top. Energy Dan has actually closed in on Snellweg right over.
He has a bit, hasn't he?
really starting to whine. I think that's what Dan was doing. He was just hanging back. Dan's not finished. Dan's not finished.
No,
he might lose this championship, Tim, but he's still not going to give up and fight Snellweg, isn't he?
I think he wants to finish in front of Snellweg just for bragging rights if he can't win this championship.
And sending a message as well.
You're sending Dan a message while he's racing?
No, you know what I mean.
I was about to say, like, you're texting a man when he's trying to win a championship. Like, come on.
You know what I'm trying to say here.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just show up and make noise, and sometimes it sounds like words.
That's Game Me Things out. That's Game Me Things has gone.
Oh, man.
Finishers will score points, which means that Giselonian and Need for Speed will get points yet again.
Need for Speed's had a good 2 races, hasn't he, Maggi, hasn't he?
That he has.
Got a VSC as well. Got a VSC.
You know what, Tim? I would actually like to have a full safety car. That's what I want. It's just to close the pack up.
Yeah, I would, because that would give a lot of drivers a chance at the win. That would give Snellweg, Energy Dan, maybe even Shadow Lancer and Saneth a chance at the win. But with Calvin being the control car, realistically, he would probably still retain the lead. But at least bunching the pack back up gives everyone a shot.
Sonical's the only one that's pitting underneath. Oh no, Shadow! Oh no!
Is that the second time?
No, I think it is, yeah.
Or was it Need for Speed that got the penalty the first time?
Need for Speed got the penalty for the first time, and then Shadow's got it as well. Oh, that's such a shame.
I'm looking at track map. He may only lose positions to maybe his teammate in Psychomage before he comes back out, but he should be able to get out ahead of Racing. Should be two much trouble.
Oh, poor Tom, man. And look at Dan. Here we go.
He's really raced. He's really caught up under the VSC, so he's down to manage the Delta even better than what Snellweg was.
And he's going for it. Snellweg got a little bit loose. Snellweg goes into the pits, but Energy Dan follows.
Pitting.
Oh, and Snellweg hit the wall. Snellweg hit the wall, and he's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
That's okay. Right.
This means now that I wonder if he's going to change his wing. Let's just have a look.
No wing damage.
No wing damage, no wing change.
Very lucky, but Energy Dan, why is he stopped? Oh, no, he's not. He's not stopped.
He has stopped.
So get this. Snellweg has gone onto the mediums. Snellweg is on the mediums.
Oh.
And Stan's gone to softs.
So unless he's got absolutely proper fresh softs, because the softs can last 9 laps. They can go that far.
They're shiny. They are shiny tyres, aren't they?
Well, that's just the chrome molding they get put in.
So, brand spanking new versus brand spanking new mediums. So that's good. A bit of a.
But look at the gap that Calvin's got. 30 seconds.
That's because there's a lot of stopped.
I know, but that's a crazy gap.
Yeah, 29 seconds is insane.
GP3, GP3.
You're in GP3, so you know what to expect next season.
Calvin, welcome to GP3, my man. Do not listen to Mad G right now. He's just saying all these things because you know you can't do racing every week.
No, I'm just saying that's what you got to look forward to is Calvin in GP3 next season.
I can't wait to see him in GP3. I can't wait to see him. I'll wait to race him.
Ooh, Rage Hunter, there you go.
The two Haas cars are about to fight.
That's going to be a deadly combination in GP3, I think.
I think it would be, but we don't know yet until next season.
Yep, Calvin and Rage Hunter teaming up. That's going to be something. I almost think I want to move to GP3 comms.
GP3 is always fun, but there's some fast guys in there. They are rapid at them. You know, so I could get a good race every now and again, but it was just sheer luck if I did. It's always sheer luck.
So Calvin has pitted for the soft tires, but he already got out ahead of Snellweg and Energy Dan because the gap was so massive. up front. So Calvin is likely going to pull away from Snellweg. The question is, will Energy Dan be able to pass Snellweg? He's got the soft tires. He's got the they both have the same age tires, but he's got the quicker tires. The problem is Energy Dan has not really been that quick. He's certainly quick enough for a podium here today as he goes around Snellweg for second.
He's going for it now, yeah. Like I say, Dan's got the fresher tires, so he should be able to pull away from here. But I say this track is just, the track is so different. And just look at the run that Snellweg gets on the slower tire as well. There's such a better run.
In my view, that Snellweg just gets the better. That's the nature with the circuit, Gareth. You think about it. Dan does overtake on the first strip, but the second straight is the most clinical one, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's just crazy that Snellweg is just getting such better driving on some of these corners, and that's why I don't think Dan can take advantage of these soft tyres.
Now, if it was you, Maggie, if you was by battling with me, would you go down the long straight? Would you stay behind me for the second DRS straight, or would you take me on that back straight?
I'll do what I did last time.
And that is?
Go up on the inside and scare the life out of you. Because that's what happened, and you had no idea I was going to go for that move. You tried to cover it off, and I just waited.
Was that one of the mess around races that we did?
I think it was, yeah, because the straight has a little bit of a kink before the chicane, if you ever noticed that.
Yep.
And I just waited for that kink, and went straight through it. That's all I had to do.
And here we go, Dan for Snellweg once again.
Take 21.
Yep, it is.
So, Jensen R says, is there 4 commentators? There's actually 3 of us, but I do love your reference there at the first part of your comment. So, mein Gott musste sein, so ein Bach missed aber out. My German is atrocious, but everyone knows what I said.
Mein Gott, is that 4 commentators? That is not.
Honestly, that's one of my favorite sayings that's ever came from Formula One, is Sebastian Vettel swearing in German.
Oh, Snellweg got a bit messy out the exit.
Yeah, can Dan go for it into this one? It's not a place to pass. It really is this hardest one to overtake around here. But again, Snellweg is getting very loose now.
Oh, that was close.
Good move by Dan. What a move that was. You don't have to overtake there.
So Snellweg got obviously proper loose into that section, and yeah, the head goes down. But he needs to pull a gap out now. He has to use the traction. He's got to put his foot down. Has to pull his foot down.
Rage Hunter says
22 and 28. We come towards the final stages now.
Yeah, Rage Hunter in the chat, he's saying me and Calvin in the Haas next season, GP3 gods, please. So Rage Hunter's up for it. Is Calvin up for it? But first we got to finish Abu Dhabi.
I think Calvin should be GP2 now.
Don't take that away from Rage Hunter. Like there's a serious bromance going on between these two.
It's like Dan and Hookie's romance.
I mean, I have got no idea who my teammate next season, do you know what I mean? So,
oh, here we go again.
Snellweg tried to get around him, not able to do it. Energy Dan hanging on. And I wonder what happened to Snellweg to make him slow up like he has, because he's still there. He's still close. But it's like Energy Dan just kicked it into high gear, and now he's really able to take the fight to Snellweg, and they're side by side now. And that was close, but it's going to be Snellweg that, yes, he does, in fact, get out of that corner with second place over Energy Dan, but only just.
The thing is that sorry, Gareth, I think what Snellweg did is played the smart move. He stayed back for the second DRS, then he pounced, so pretty smart there from Snellweg there, to be honest.
I think on another thing as well, I think Snellweg's running a little bit more downforce, because like I say, he's getting better traction around the corners. He's able to get through the corners a little bit quicker than what Dan can. So I think Dan's running more of a straight line speed setup to what Snellweg's doing, which is more cornering. That's why they're so even.
Which is good to see.
And they're coming up to lap to Zalodian.
Yeah, and you know, that's a balance that we really don't talk about a lot is, you know, whether you need to have a high downforce setup or a low downforce setup, because obviously the driver is going to be able to control the car better with a higher downforce. but you know, when you get to tracks like Mexico, that's got a lot of straightaways, or really even Baku, because it's got that really long front straightaway, you want lower downforce because you need that straight line speed. So here at Abu Dhabi, Oliver and Maggi, you have a lot more league racing experience than I do. What would you prefer?
You first? Yeah. I'm more. I might go a little bit more faster top speed just to get that, but a little bit more front wing. I'll take some of the wings off a slightly tad, and they'll give me some advantage in the straights. But Tim, can I just say we've got a lovely 3-car fight for 6th place at the moment.
So taking a look at Sycamich, Sonicok, and Shadowlancer. Sonicok's got a time penalty, it looks like. Shadowlancer, Sycamich, though, they are A-OK. But battling it out for 6th place in the final 5 laps of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final 5 laps of the GP4 Series season.
Oh, I'm getting a little bit emotional now.
Oh, don't worry, we've got tomorrow night yet.
Oh, don't go there.
Hey, I need a teammate for Season 8.
Good move by Sonical there. Nice move there, taking down Sycamich got him at a good angle, got a good overtake through, and yeah, really good overtake there for Sonical. Now let's see what Shadowlancer can do to take down Sycamich.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was a little bit of a communication issue there, and a small glitch on Shadowlancer's car. For a minute I thought he was in the wall, but he is not, so he is A-OK. Still riding on board with Shadowlancer, taking a look at Sycamich just in front of him, lap 24 of 28 now. So the laps are winding down. Energy Dan in second, in third, Snellweg in second, and Shadowlancer still battling it out with Sycamich and Sonicok. Sonicok was able to get by Sycamich and Shadowlancer just a moment ago, and now Sycamich trying to take the fight back to him, but not really able to do anything with it, and both of these drivers are on the soft tires, but Sycamich does have the fresher set of the 3.
So if you're in a 3-car fight, Maggi, what would you do in this situation? Would you let the two of them fight, or will you just go for it?
Don't let them fight. Just let them fight. That's pretty much what I do. I just let them fight.
I agree with that.
Sycamich.
Yeah, Sycamich going around. Is he going to clear him, though? No, he does not clear him. Is there going to be contact? Yes, there is contact!
Oh!
There is contact! Sycamich goes around Sonicok. Sonicok going to try to battle back around the outside. Is he going to be able to clear him? No, he just might. He has got around him, and now where's Shadowlancer in this mix? Shadowlancer goes underneath Sycamich, and now he's going to try to go on the outside of Sonicok, but not able to do it, so Shadowlancer moves into 7th, and now he's going to chase down Sonicok in the Ferrari. Sycamich just lost 2 positions in 2 corners.
Good move there for Shadowlancer, just pounced on the opportunity where Sonical was overtaking Sycamich. Well, Sycamich trying to overtake Sonical. Then Shadowlancer got a good run on Sycamich and overtakes him. So very good move there from Shadowlancer, pouncing on a very good situation. 3 laps to go to crown a brand new champion in Snellweg.
Yep.
But Shadowlancer is still harassing the Ferrari of Sonical. He's really going for it, isn't he?
Shadowlancer wants to finish the season out on a high note. He already had a podium in Brazil, and he's not going to get a podium today, but he can still get 6th place.
And speaking of 6, Shadowlancer is going to be confirmed as the 6th best man in the championship for GP4 this season. So that's the highest that Tom's ever been in SFR this season.
Congratulations to Shadowlancer on his new best finish of the season.
And let's see if he can take down Sonicok.
Sonicok really protecting that inside line as much as he possibly can. Shadowlancer goes around the outside, but is he going to clear him? He does clear him. So move Shadowlancer up into the 6th place position. Sonicok trying to battle back. He got a good exit, but does he do anything with it? Sonicok got loose, though, and Sycamich gets around. So Sycamich gets around Sonicok. Sonicok having to battle back to get around Sycamich. He's going to try to go on the outside, but he's not close enough to make a move to either of them.
What happened then? Because you noticed that this version of Abu Dhabi compared to real life has a bit of a dip on the exit of that chicane. Did Sonical lift up the tyres at that point there? Where's Gareth at?
Yeah.
Still here.
I forgot to say. To be honest, I was more concentrating on what Dan's doing at the front. Just seems to be keeping it stable right now. So, I mean, if it stays like this, then Dan will finish second. So that's another thing. So, no, this battle down the bottom here, these guys have been at it all season, the Shadow and Psychomage, all season long. They've been at it with each other. And
Need for Speed getting another 9th place, Gareth, another good result for him.
It is a good result. It is a really good result. It's really good for your confidence as well. The same as Leodin, don't forget about him as well. Like I say, you know, I think, to be honest, if I just look at Gisselodium right now, he has finished every single race he started.
Wow.
Apart from the first 2, of course, where unfortunately he wasn't available, so you can't include those. But he's finished every single race. And if Tom finishes, he has also done the same thing. Finished every single race.
Well done to them two. 2 laps to go, Tim, of this GP4 season to go. Now, would you like to say a few things before the last lap comes to end our season?
I think that it's been a magnificent season, and that we have seen hard, dedicated racing from all of these drivers. We have seen Snellweg, Energy Dan, Hooky, Racing Podge, Sonic Hawk. So many of these drivers getting close to the points lead before Snellweg decided to just kind of live up there and hang out for most of the time. Energy Dan and Snellweg, I do believe, swap points lead around here and there, but a couple bad races from Energy Dan put Snellweg in the position that he is now. And Snellweg almost lost the championship today. He binned it in Brazil, and Energy Dan walked away with a 4th place finish. Coming into this race, Energy Dan needed to win, with Snellweg finishing outside the top 8 if he was going to win the championship. That's not going to happen today. Snellweg will be crowned the champion so long as he finishes this race and Energy Dan doesn't win. And with just 2 laps to go, the chances of that are incredibly slim. And Energy Dan picks up a 3-second time penalty.
They're both even on penalties now.
That they are. So Energy Dan's going to have to get by him physically on the racetrack if he wants to finish ahead of him. Otherwise, he's just going to have to settle for 3rd. And 3rd place is not a bad day.
Sonic Hawk taking out Psychomage once again. Side by side going into the hairpin. And Sonic Hawk gets the move done. Psychomage gets the inside line, goes to the right-hander. And Sonic Hawk gets the drive. Sonic Hawk gets past Psychomage.
So fair play there to Sonic Hawk getting by Psychomage, who is on fresher tires than him. And now Psychomage trying to go back around. Does he do it? Yes, he does. Sonic Hawk's actually he's looking pretty slow. Wait. No, okay,
Psychomage went off the track.
Psychomage just forgot to brake, basically. Forgot to brake and went straight on, and so we just gave the position back.
Here we go, Tim. Last lap.
Final lap, and Calvin
what a
is
race
already...
for Calvin.
Yeah, he has walked away with it 15 seconds. 15 seconds over the man who is about to be crowned GP4 Series champion for this season. And Calvin's going to win this race so long as he makes it through just a few more corners. He could almost coast to the victory. He has dominated Brazil. He has dominated Abu Dhabi. He's likely going to be moving up to GP3 next season. But today is his day to win.
Dan makes the move down the inside for second.
Dan gets P2.
And Dan's moved up into P2. He will not be champion, but he might be able to stand on the runner-up spot of the podium. Calvin rounding the final 2 corners. Energy Dan just holding on, trying to finish in front of Snellweg. Calvin crosses the line to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and almost spins it at the end. Energy Dan just trying to hold off Snellweg. Snellweg has fought hard. Energy Dan has fought hard all season, but it just was not enough. Snellweg will be your GP4 Series champion. Energy Dan will finish the race in 2nd place.
Congratulations to Snellweg. Absolute unbelievable season from him. Racing Pod just lighting up his tires for no reason. And I have to say, Tim, Snellweg deserves it this season. He's been consistent, he's been absolutely brilliant, and he deserves the championship. But well done to all our drivers for competing this season. They They've done it the GP4 way, the SFR way. Well done to all our drivers.
Racing Podge finishing in 4th. Saneth finishing in 5th. Shadowlancer, 11 seconds behind, will surely be finishing in the 6th place. And, as you said, Oliver, he has also clinched 6th place in the driver's standing. So congratulations to Shadowlancer. Sonicock, a bad race early on, but he has recovered to a points-paying position in 7th place. Psychomich coming in 8th, just behind him. 9th is going to be Need for Speed. He was 9th in Brazil, and he's going to be 9th in Abu Dhabi.
With no penalties. Need for Speed has played a brilliant race today. Well done to Harry. Beautiful end to a season. Well done, Need for Speed.
So good job there to Need for Speed. And, of course, Gizlodian finishing in 10th. And as Gareth pointed out... Yep, and as Gareth pointed out, Gizlodian has finished every single race this season that he has started. So congratulations to Gizlodian. That is a magnificent achievement. Not even our champion can say that. So that is definitely something. Calvin will celebrate his win. Snellweg will celebrate his championship. And Energy Dan will sit and think about what could have been. But maybe next season for him.
This will be the final time we'll be seeing Calvin celebrating on the top step of the podium, because he's got a good challenge next season, Tim, when he goes to Tuesday nights with myself and you, Gareth. So we're looking forward to seeing him.
Just put it this way, you know, Calvin, when he started racing with us, I mean, he had a couple of reserves in France and Austria, but he actually got a full-time drive in Belgium. Put it this way, he's actually only finished 11 points behind Shadow.
Wow.
So your official finishing order for the final race of the season, the Speed Force Racing Abu Dhabi GP4 Series Grand Prix. Calvin Racing winning the race. Energy Dan in 2nd. Snellweg, your champion, officially now in 3rd. Racing Podge in 4th. Saneth in 5th. 6th is Shadowlancer. Sonicock in 7th. 8th is Psychomich Need for Speed in 9th. Gizlodian in 10th. 11th is Gamey Things Hooky in 12th. Proliver in 13th. And 14th is Kara. So, what do you say, guys? I say we get Calvin, Energy Dan, and Snellweg in to talk to them for one final time this season.
And Hooky as well, because for the Constructors' Championship as well.
Yeah, and Hooky. So we got 4 drivers to talk to here today before it's officially wrapped up. But that was it for the racing portion of our season. Just 4 more interviews to go.
Wow. Ready for tomorrow then, Gareth? I'm all set for tomorrow now. I can't wait to race tomorrow. Jeez.
Well, I gotta hope there's a spot going for me first.
True. Just gonna add our drivers in right now.
Otherwise, I'll just hurl abuse at everyone so the commentators can say it on. No, I would never do that. But I mean, apart from that, AlphaTauri, your new GP4 champions. Unfortunately, my team Renault, they finished bottom on 9.
Is Calvin our future GP3 racer? Okay. Let's get Snellweg. I invited our champion. Was it Hooky? Is our champion?
So Snellweg's in, Calvin's in, waiting on Energy Dan and Hooky, the AlphaTauri boys.
Hooky, congratulations. I mean, Snellweg, congratulations.
Congrats, great fucking racing there.
Apologies for the swearing.
Can't help it, it's final race, isn't it? Absolutely shattered after all of that, though.
We don't have any FCC guidelines.
True.
Well, I think it's called something different in the UK. Yeah, just waiting on Dan and Hooky, unless Hooky's already in here.
No, Hooky's not in yet. How's Hooky's PSN goes? I need to remember.
It's on. You can actually check it because he's actually sitting in the lobby, by the way. Just so you know.
Oh, it's an underscore, C6 underscore. I got ya. Is Dan our runner-up? I'm going to get your best friend in, Dan, don't you worry. It's actually quite a calm Abu Dhabi race, to be fair. Yeah, it was.
It really was. I mean, it was Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, so pretty much like the Formula One race then.
Yep, pretty much. So
Not a lot happened.
And here is
Racing,
Hookie. So guys, before we start the interview for one final time, let's make sure that you have your voices allowed to be shared. If you don't know how to do that, just go over to the party settings, click always allow, and then let me know when you're ready.
All good?
Any gen ready?
Alrighty, so first things first, let's interview our GP4 Series champion, Snellweg. You finished
Yay!
in third in the race, but first place in the point standings. So tell us not only about your race, but about your entire season that leads up to you now being crowned the champion.
Yeah, I've got to say a big thank you to everybody in this league, because it was really, I don't have that much words at the moment, but like, it was so much fun just racing with all the guys, having intense battles, having like the first thing that comes to my mind is like the battle at Spain we had, where a lucky safety car at the end saved the day, and just things like that, you know. That's really what league racing is all about. So, and I just want to thank all of you, the commentators, the admins, just the guys we were racing with. And I didn't think at the start of the season I would be champion. I was coming into league racing, like a pretty big noob. I didn't do it that much. I was always scared, like, to not hit everybody and stuff. So to just pull it off and win this championship is absolutely amazing.
So,
I mean, what's your thoughts now for future? Now, are you going to be moving on to GP3?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna remove some assists and just start again. Like, because I saw some guys here. You know, at the start I was pretty fast. I almost got promoted to GP3, I think. But then I kind of stopped progressing with my pace. So. And at the end of the season it showed, because I didn't really come close to first place anymore. So I'm just gonna start again with some new assists, and I think it will take some time for me to adapt to that. But I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see where we go from there with 0 assists, hopefully.
So does that mean you'll be staying in GP4?
I don't think I have the pace immediately for GP3 with 0 assists, so.
He's just got to stay and defend his crown, boys. There you go.
Sir. It was amazing season.
alright, so now
I could say one guy's going to GP3.
yeah, let's go ahead and talk to our winner, our newly graduated GP3 driver. Calvin, you won Brazil, you won Abu Dhabi. We forgot you were in the race because you were so far ahead. So just... You know what? Don't even tell us. Just show us how to get fast, man. Like, come on. You have dominated. I'm sure you're happy about that.
If I knew, I would tell, but I don't even know where this has come from. So
I know. I do know. It's that person you're paying for, and they hide behind the camera.
Oh yeah. In reality, I've just got some retired F1 driver hiding in my cupboard.
Don't worry, his name's Ray Chandler, so don't worry.
No, Rage is fast, but I'm hopefully looking forward to having a nice battle with him next season. Big up Haas teammates, that'll be a pretty good adventure.
I'll look forward to racing against you then.
Well, I'm still, obviously, there's no confirmation yet. I'd like to try and move up, obviously, because I mean...
It's okay, if that's what you want, crack on. You got it.
Right. There you go, it's confirmed. It's been confirmed, there you go.
According to Sai, I didn't get a message, so...
That is your
great.
message.
It has been great fun racing, like, since I joined in. I had a rocky start. This end of the season, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I don't know where it's come from. As soon as I got that podium, ran the States, that was it. And Mexico had so much pace I wasn't aware of. Brazil came again, and again on Abu Dhabi. So I'm absolutely over the moon. I think we've now claimed third in the constructors by jumping up above Red Bull.
Congratulations!
So we've now claimed third. Hopefully do more of that next season. Congrats to Snellwagon. It's an absolutely phenomenal drive. Like, you've been so quick since I've been here, and one of the things I've always noticed is that I don't understand how you get such a fast start. Every single start, you can start back in 7th, but you're up into 2nd by the first corner, and I don't understand it. So I was kind of expecting you to jump ahead when you did, because your starts are just ridiculous, but I'm glad I managed to keep up and had a nice couple laps of battling with you. Obviously, glad that the AlphaTauris, they've gone and claimed the constructors. I mean, sorry I kind of didn't really do that much to sort of make the title challenge that much more interesting. Had I just, pitted the last couple of laps, it might have spiced it all up, but it was a good race. Everyone's really quick and really can't wait for next season.
I think there's no question what you'll be doing next season then, aren't you?
Well, as I said, I'd like to move up.
It's already been confirmed, so you can... Don't say if you like to, you are going to.
I just gotta get used to doing a tree say, not hearing your lovely voice on the comms anymore.
No, you'll not be hearing my voice anymore. You'll be racing me from now on.
Yeah, I know.
And me.
And you. Oh, God, yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Well done, Calvin. I mean, one more question, mate. How would you rate your season out of 10?
I'm gonna have to split it with from when I joined, probably about a 3 or 4. Getting to go to fit had no pace really. As soon as I hit Belgium, I'd say it could not have got any better for me. So I'm just gonna have to give it a 10 for the last couple of races. I couldn't fault like the way I was driving. I've really changed my style a lot. Tried to cut down on making little mistakes, like spinning with a couple laps to go in a podium place is never a good idea. Cut down on a lot of the penalties. So you know what? Couldn't be happier with the end of this season.
Well, congratulations to you, Calvin, on your win. Now I'm going to turn to the runner-up in the race and in the championship standings. Energy Dan, I know you wanted that championship win, but you really gave it your all. You took the fight to Abu Dhabi. Tell us about your season and tell us about your race.
Season. First part of the season was pretty good. I kind of warmed up towards the mid-season, and then I had a couple of bad races. I think Silverstone being one, I had a bad one, and then there's a few races where I could have done way better. There's a few non-scorers, but it's been fun. It's been it has been the season of my life. I think last season I only scored 7 points or 8 points or something. I can't remember. To be up at the front actually fighting for a championship has been pretty much a dream come true in regards to league racing. I never thought I'd ever be here, to be honest with you. So I mean, thanks to all the guys that have raced along the way. It's been an absolute pleasure. To Hookie as well, who's obviously helped us secure that constructors. We always said from day one that if we couldn't get the drivers, either of us, then obviously we'd go for the constructors, and at least one of us. At least we both got something out of it in terms of a win. Mind you, say that we both had a few good wins, a few podiums as well. Both been on podium together a few times. It's been awesome. But then that race is it was so intense. Battling Snellweg. I thought I'd pit early on the first stint. I was going to do it again, but I think Snellweg kind of got wise to it on the second one, so he pitted, and I thought I'll just follow him in. And then just that last stint was just swapping positions. I can't remember how many times he swapped positions. It was 4 or 5. Absolutely insane end to the season. Definitely the battle of the season for me. It was so much fun battling Snellweg, and he's not only fast, he's such a fair racer as well, so it's an absolute pleasure. I mean, congrats Snellweg, mate. Well deserved, pal.
Thanks, mate.
I mean, Dan, if you I know, like you said before, you had the season of your life, and let's talk about again your season. What was your finest moments of the season? If you could pick any moments of the season, what would be your finest?
Do you know what? So, I'd have to say Singapore, because I've been begging for that win for 3 seasons. So to finally bag the win at Singapore has got to be up there for me, definitely. Next to that, probably getting Monaco, even though I kind of inherited that because of a mistake from Hooky. But I think Monaco was our first podium together, so that led to the shoey, the SFR shoey. That's obviously here to stay. Singapore then Monaco, I'd say. And then probably Abu Dhabi to finish it off.
Is that the constructors' shoey for both of you then?
I think it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it, really?
First, guys.
So, congratulations on second place in the championship, second place in the race, and first place in the constructor standings. Now let's get Hookie's side of the story of that constructor standings championship. So, Hookie, you have had a very good season. You were even in the championship fight until a couple weeks ago, unfortunately. You and Energy Dan, you just kept swapping podium positions there for a while over the summer. So, how was your season overall?
Overall, brilliant. Don't even think I would have been here where I've been this season if it wasn't for Dan pushing me along the way. I've had help from, I've said it before, many people, Mad G, even Carl Oliver, everybody who's been around me in the league racing association that are no longer in the league have helped me. It's just been like, I never had dreamt of being able to do it, I know what some tracks I've had some good pace. Other tracks I've not been so quick qualifying, so I've had to make up race pace wise. My form kind of dipped a little bit towards or after Spa, I think it was, where my wheel had given up the ghost. Then obviously I had a week on pad, or that race was on pad. Then I had a new wheel set up. I took a couple of weeks to get used to. Now I've upgraded my wheel again. So it's been a tough couple of races since Spa. Overall I've thoroughly enjoyed the season. And again, thank you, Dan, for a brilliant season and bringing home the constructors.
Yeah, cheers to you, buddy. Nice one. Been a pleasure, mate.
Always.
I mean, Hookie, when I came into Speed Force Racing myself last season, you were down there, bottom of the field, not going nowhere. Now, seeing you now, being within the top guys, being in those top 4, top 5, even top 3 positions, you have improved so much over the coming seasons. And I mean, next season, I think you and Dan together are such a formidable team, and I can't see you two separating next season. Next season, is it definitely you two teaming up again in that AlphaTauri car? Definitely go for more championships?
If we're both in the same league next season, yes. If we both stay in GP4, I can see myself and Dan teaming up. Unless he wants to go somewhere else and try with somebody else, it's up to him. We'll discuss that behind closed doors. At the minute, from a personal side of view, I just about had enough of the game at the minute. It's been quite a stressful couple of weeks. I'm just going to take a week off, just like put my rig aside, chill out for a week, recharge my batteries, because I've had not many things go my way, especially tonight in Abu Dhabi, where I pitted last second and asked for softs and they gave me intermediates. So I'm blaming Martin Kelt for that one, because we were talking about it earlier. So that's just a gift from Martin, I
Shift
suppose.
that blame very quickly.
On the subject of me and Dan and league-wise and tier-wise, I wouldn't put it past us teaming up again next season. AlphaTauri, maybe. We'll see what's on the cards.
Do not swear. Do not swear.
I really would like for to do a livery upgrade, and do a livery upgrade and go Aston Martin, but it's his Codemasters, it's not going to work. So, I'm just going to have a week off now to myself, I would think over. Obviously, I'll be speaking to Dan and a few of the other boys that I'm close with in the racing league, and go from there.
And Dan, I've got one more question for you because you're the GP4 one of the GP4 admins. You've seen drivers come and go, and what, like Ray Hunter and Calvin and that. If you were to pick one, who is your most improved driver of the season?
That's a really tough one, because everyone in their own right has shown some sort of improvement, whether they were already fast and then got faster, or whether they were, respectfully slow and picked up some serious pace. I mean, Calvin, obviously, he's shown some stupid increase in pace in the last
GP3. GP2 rather, GP2.
Oh, don't start with that now.
Sanath is another one who's also shown some serious increase in pace. I mean,
he got Harry and Gislodian as well coming in, picking up points consistently. Now.
Exactly. Tom obviously went backwards when he went onto the wheel, and then he's shown some massive improvement once he got used to the wheel, and he's had a few podiums towards the end of the season, so he's back on form. So, I mean, you can't rule Shadowlancer or Tom out for next season, because he's pushing for podiums, and a few weeks off between the seasons, another few more weeks improving, he might be up there fighting for the championship. So,
and of course, Tom does other league racing as well with Rising Phoenix and that. He's a very league racing man in Shadowlancer, and he's going to use that wheel a lot more. So, I can't agree with you more than what you just said.
So yeah, but I mean, and without floating my own boat, I think if you look at it's my third season I've done with SFR. My first two seasons were pretty abysmal, and then this one I just totally gelled with the game. So again, not floating my own boat, but I'm actually really impressed with what I've done personally. I never thought I'd be up here myself, so I'm pretty happy with that.
And for you as well, Dan, any last words as a GP4 admin to say to all your drivers for coming into next season?
Well, just thanks to every single driver that actually stuck out the seasons and made the racing what it is. We wouldn't be a league like we are without you guys that drive every week, and it's a lot of practice, a lot of time and effort goes into practicing. You really are every single one of you is really appreciated. So thanks, and hopefully we'll see you all again for season 8. Big shout out to commentators, especially like you, Ollie and Tim, who's been absolutely superb. Hopefully we'll see you two sticking together for season 8, because that'll be great to see.
I second that. It's been great listening.
It is, and some of the one-liners from Tim, like some feel-goods, I'm never going to forget that. So yeah,
Ollie raging about his love of darts.
Don't get me started.
So again, I mean, it's not just GP4. I mean, there's an absolute team of admins and commentators that go into running this league. So yeah, thanks to everyone that's taken part and made this league what it is. We're starting season 8. We're actually launching our Xbox League on a Sunday now. We've got the classics that'll have a full season. So, this league's going from strength to strength, and I can't wait to see how much it can grow. So thank you to all of you.
Hey, thank you, Dan. I mean, it has been fun, to just be able to sit here and commentate for you guys. But then even, out of the commentator's booth, we've all kind of became close friends, and that's not something that I expected, because I'm not much of a people person. But then I come here, and you all make liars out of me, because I actually enjoy joking around with you. So it's been fun.
Dan, wait till the Abu Dhabi qualifying, because me and Tim had a massive giggle from Officer Doopy and Mad G. That was so funny.
Oh really? Well, I'll be listening to it on the way to work tomorrow. Yeah.
All right, well, I think that just about does it for the GP4 series season 7. So, until next time, good evening, good morning, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. Have fun above all else, and goodbye.